All right, testing mic 1212. Can anyone hear me? So SC, I think you are here at this point. Perfect. So it looks like finally we got this thing rolling. Let us see. There's 3 concurrent viewers. All right, so it's starting. All right, hey everyone, and this is Mark from Crypto Intel. Thank you so much for coming into this live stream regarding the Matic Polygon. So, we're gonna check out what the hell's going on right now with the Polygon on Binance and try to understand why is it pumping and where is it gonna go next. So, this is definitely what we will be discussing in the upcoming minutes. So, if you have any questions about the Polygon, not about any other crypto asset, be sure to write your questions in the chat box so that I can check them out, so that I can reply to you with ease. All right, guys. So let's see if we currently have any questions. Hey, Osgur. Hello, Mo. How's it going? And hello, SC. All right, perfect. So I got a few viewers with me here. All right. So maybe I put the delay for too long, trying to amass a bunch of viewers. All right. So at this point, guys, the Polygon is trading at $1.48, and there are manifestations of some optimism building up for the Polygon. Although, as you can see, this optimism is short-lived, and it's actually following the schedule according to the previous resistance levels that were present not too long ago. So we're talking about these guys right here, these pumps. So if we trace the actual route for the resistance level, it looks something like this. So all the way from here down to here. And also the bull MA, which is currently the MA99, it looks like this. So definitely we had a lot of ups and downs for this crypto asset, all the way from $2.5 per token all the way down to, unfortunately, 75 cents, which is a huge loss, guys. It's almost 5x, almost. So maybe 4, maybe a little bit less, but still, this is a huge pump and then dump. So it's insane, guys, what you can lose with the Polygon so quickly. It is manifesting. It's actually going through the same manifestation yet again. And at this point, it looks like it's trying to reach that resistance level at the top, although unfortunately, it probably won't be able to because the markets are just tired. And let me tell you what I mean. And I will tell you just a second. I want to see if there's any questions right now. So let me know, guys, if you're watching, if you have any specific questions while I'm blabbing around here. So let me just zoom in and show you why I think this will end in a negative path. Unfortunately, it's already starting right here. As you can see, it did pump just a bit, all the way from the $1.20 to the $1.41, which is okay, guys, right? It's okay. It's a nice little gain. So if we do the little calculation right here, let me just do it for you. So the gain just from there was at, it looks like approximately 14%, which is okay, right? And then it pumped a little bit more, but this mega pump, normally when it goes like this, it falls down fairly quickly. And as you can see, also, we have a downtrend cycle going on right now. So this is very, very important to spot, and a breakout. So let us just zoom out a little bit, and maybe I can actually zoom out a little bit more. There you go. So this way you will clearly see the cycles. So we had a mirror right here. So we have a double mirror right here, and then we have the cycles going down, 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 and at this point it's breaking out, to the dismay of a few traders that got kind of stuck right here. So there's a lot to analyze here. Number one is this thing right here. So this is a profound loss. So basically this shook out a lot of traders. So a lot of sales through these volumes here, so they're gone. Goodbye. Unfortunately for them, there's a lot of people that got burnt right here. Some of them swallowed up their losses and came back with a little bit less tokens and then generated this huge pump. And mostly guys who are doing these pumps, well, it's the guys at the top that sold over here. So when you sell on the profit, you're coming back when you see that it's still not too late. This is what happens when people trade. So let me just check out if there's any questions. There you go. Questions are incoming. So I always hit the dislike button because I love the content. Thanks, Obu. I really, really appreciate that. Pronounce my name correctly or else I will unsubscribe. You have one shot. Ibu Jobi. Oh my god, live streams are so funny. So guys, remember, shoot your questions because I can answer pretty much anything you got about the Polygon. Just shoot them and we will see. So going forward, as you can see, there has been this beautiful logarithmic drop and a breakout finally. But as you can see, the breakouts were numerous and they're here. And you can see also the strength of these breakouts. So for example, this was extremely strong. This one was a little bit less healthy, and this one was actually almost dead. But still, these mini breakouts, they mean that traders are trying to push out, but it's just not working, guys. It's just not working. And by the way, I'm sitting right now on pipes that are, on candles that are currently 1 day long. So basically, this means that this is happening very, very slowly. Unfortunately, guys, I definitely think that it is going to be a repeat of this right here. And there is a reason for this. So let me just zoom in. All right. So again, I'm zoomed in. And as you can see, we're definitely going through a very, very bearish market right now. Even though it's trying to break out, guys, I am extremely pessimistic about this simply because of this volume right here. There's just not enough purchase volume like here to make it pump way more. Look at this. This is pretty much the same time length. So this is equal to what? So we got like approximately 9 pumps there. This is almost a day. And this is almost a day also. So we got over here like 7 pumps. Now here the strength was way, way stronger. Like we're talking about approximately 8 times more. And this generated some lift. So this is important to understand because if you're thinking, oh, well, it might go up, think again, guys, there's not enough volume right here for the buy orders. And also another interesting fact is that when you zoom out, check this out, you have here a very interesting pattern. Look, you got, let me just zoom in on the screen so that you see exactly what I'm talking about. So like this, yeah, this is perfect. So have a look at what the hell's going on. You have 2 positives, 2 negatives. Okay, fine. 1 positive, 2 negatives. So you see there's very, very cyclical. And what happens after the 2 green one, guys? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what the hell will happen after the 2 green ones? So until then, yeah, bro, thanks for the content. All right, sure, Ibu. All right, broski, please tell us what's happening to the Bitcoin. I will. What will Matic pump to? For now, it won't. It will actually dump to SC. And guys, you can keep on asking me the questions. So, has anyone even guessed what will happen after the 2 green pumps right here? Anyone? So right here we have 2 green pumps. Yes, no, maybe. All right, so I guess no one knows. Well, I will tell you what. Because these pumps, because there was so little weight here compared to this here, this will definitely dump, unfortunately, guys. This is a bearish market. So you have an accumulation, you have this cycle. So red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, and then obviously red. So also very interesting fact to observe. Look at this little red, 2 red pumps. Look at how much they dropped the price. So you see there's a lot of volatility going on, even though the trade volume is huge, simply because Traders cannot agree on a price, and there are many losers right here, unfortunately. And when I mean losers, I'm talking about the value of their assets. So it's a downward trend. So when someone actually spots that there might be a little better price to purchase at, they will go ahead and make that trade. And even if they can sell it at a bit, not too cheap of a price so that they can absorb their losses, well, they will still do it. This is the most important part to get. So look, again, two micro pipes that are very, very low generate a steep dump. Same thing here. And this is a cycle that you must understand when you are doing the trading. So unfortunately, following these red, green cycles, the next one is probably going to be red. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is definitely what you see in crypto when you are doing it since 2017. And all of these indicators are extremely, extremely important when you're doing the trades. So guys, this is probably going to reach approximately what, like 1 point, let's see here, let's pick up a scale so that we can have a better view of it. There you go. So it's probably gonna bounce all the way, so it's gonna tumble probably back to $1.20. So if you're holding on to the Polygon right now, it's best to make a sell and then come back in approximately 2 days, and in 2 days it might be already at the $1.20. And until then, if you want a little bit more Polygon tokens, well, you're definitely gonna have a little bit more. Like, where we just made the calculation, and you can have approximately, like, what I think it was 17-18% more, approximately. I just don't remember. So you can do the calculation yourself, and you'll see. So basically, guys, like, it's unfortunate, but this is what's happening when you have such a huge pump. If you actually zoom out to the weekly view, you can clearly see that this thing's a tower. You see it, guys? So it's easy to spot when a crypto asset actually towers like this. It unfortunately tumbles all the way to approximately 80% of its worth. So we're talking about a price point of approximately 50 cents. So there might be a loss of and we're talking about a few weeks. It might actually bounce a little bit here, guys, but then it might tumble and tumble. Think of the Bitcoin. Remember what happened with the Bitcoin? We had this huge 2017 pump, and then it dumped like crazy until approximately like here, and then it kind of jumped back, and then it did this triangle until it finally stabilized, and there was a new pricing agreement. And overall, like, this represents a very bullish slide either way. This is why we're looking at a beautiful Bitcoin right now. Let me just see if you have any questions. Oh my God, you have tons of questions. So let me see here. All right. So is Matic worth holding? Okay, Andy, that is a good question. Let me tell you, nope, it's not. So as you can see right here, the pumps at the top were tested multiple weeks already. So this one tested, this one tested, this one tested. And as you can see, like, the test is going downwards. So of course you got the hype, and then you got the suffocating hype where everybody's like, okay, I'm gonna be a billionaire, I'm holding forever. And then there are the people that realize that it's too late. They have to take out their money before others do it before them, right? And then you got this pipe right here, which is like the hope pipe. This hope pipe is like, oh my God, there's a little bit left. Let me just take something out while I still can. And then there is this pipe right here where it's kind of a discount pipe. So imagine it being like the holders are like, okay, I'm gonna buy in on a discount, so I'm buying in. But unfortunately for them, yes, it might pump just a bit, and you might have a few exploiters right here that will get it at a price, but then it will unfortunately be slumping down all the way probably to the previous support levels right here at the approximately 45-cent mark. So I don't know if that replies to your question. So Andy, let me know if that is a good answer for you. So then we have, is it turning blue? It's turning blue and I get, what? Okay. Okay, so how does such a small cell can make the thing pump, giving the overall volume? Oh, well, FI, this is a really, really good question. And let me answer you this question. It's a very simple reason. So when you have a very low volume, so let me just do the little uh, drawing for you here. So you're talking about this right here. So there's a small volume, yet the pump is rather big, right? So what happens actually, it's all about the order books. So you got here the sell orders and you got here the purchase orders. So check this out. Let's say that at this precise point in time, there is approximately 100, well, it's always fluctuating, but let me just take a screenshot so that you see here. So at this point right now, imagine this is like a gambling table, and all of these people, they're like putting their bets on the pricing. So you got 32,000 units on this price right here. It's a bet. They're betting that it's gonna get to that price. So they're selling it at that price. So they have to wait for the order book to get to that price in order to actually make their sale. And the thing is, the order books, guys, the order books, they're filled with a few types of players. You got humans and you got bots. Okay, so large exchanges use APIs for your clients. And for example, an API, it's a programmed interface where, for example, a website for a client does a sale through a third party. Let's say that you got, let's say traders.com, whatever. And then their clients are placing sell orders through that website. Well, it gives a signal. So there is this kind of bot that is sitting and waiting for this to happen. And then there are other players, like literally farms, that are actually manipulating prices. And this is unfortunate, but you can read on it on Google. You can type in bots manipulating order books, and you will definitely find a lot of information regarding that. So again, look at this. Right, like right now, the sum right here at this given moment, it's $121,000 worth of Polygon sitting on the table for the sell orders. And it's the same thing on the bottom. So you got, let me just scroll down here. So you got the order book. So until here, you got 115, whatever, $100,000 worth of polygons that people are placing their bets for different pricing. So they think it will drop in price. So this is, this is a fight between these two always. And you can actually see only the purchase orders and only the sell orders right here. So I'm always having a look at both. So why am I saying this? Because look, when there is not too much sell orders, but there's a lot of buy orders, well, what happens is that they ran through the order book right here. So there is not a lot of negotiation going on, and thus this generates tons of volatility. Imagine that. Imagine you have a table on which you don't have too much sales orders. Well, people that want to buy, you got all of these people that want to buy them, boom, they just purchased it, so the price went through the roof because all of these little price variations, they get caught up by the buyers. This is why you have these fluctuations. I don't know if that answers your question, my friend. FI. All right, so let me know. Perfect. I guess this answered his question. So, can you do Doge one day? Well, the problem with Doge, guys, is that, okay, perfect. I'm glad that you like it, FI. Hopefully, it clears up a lot of things in your mind about the volume. It's really depending on the order books. Like, if the order books are stuffed, there's not going to be a lot of, pricing disparity. There's definitely going to be more stability, and the pumps are going to be less volatile. So that's the way that it works. There's just, less demand at the top. So there's more volatility because you just go through a lot of different pricing very, very quickly. That's the way it works. So let's see here. Anyone else has any question regarding the Polygon? All right, it looks like all of you are pretty much shy to ask your questions. So the Polygon is definitely not looking well. Unfortunately, it's going through this downtrend right now, and it looks like it's probably going to be breaking it by bouncing on its support level. the MA line, the MA99. So it's going to be bouncing, and then there's going to be the breaking point right here. So the breaking point, guys, this is the most important part, because as you can see, it's a perfect triangle. Like right here, the breaking points are usually dependent on how well the Bitcoin feels at the moment of the breaking point. And also, it depends on the order volumes at the bottom, as you can see. So if there's, for example, a lot of buy orders right before the breaking points, well, it's going to tumble, guys, because all of these guys are waiting for the profit. And if there's a lot of sell orders, it's going to do the opposite, unless, of course, the Bitcoin is dumping. If the Bitcoin is dumping and everyone's tethering to the USDT, well, then you also have a price dump for pretty much every altcoin, because people are afraid, right? They don't want to lose their Bitcoin value, so they just tether to the USDT, and you got this kind of sinkhole of different traders going on, so they just disappear into the sinkhole, and you got this dump going on when you got a breaking point when that happens. So let me go see if you guys have any questions for me right now for the Polygon. All right. So FI says, I learned more in a couple of minutes in this and other of your videos than in hours of research and reading. This kind of content is rare and a real gold mine. All right, well, I definitely appreciate that, FI. Definitely. And by the way, can you tell us what the hell does FI stand for? All right, so more like thinking of the right question, Dave. Yes, indeed, Dave. You gotta think of the right question if you have any questions. So let's get back to the Matic and try to observe exactly what's going on the micro level. So as you can see, there's a fight going on to the top. So right now, these guys are just trading like crazy, and they're all trying to be very, very bullish right now. But you will see right here, because it didn't reach this top, there's gonna be a slight drop because there's not enough supporting volume. So you can actually stare at this all day long and get your eyes kind of dry with all of these Christmas colors. But you see, the problem is that this serpentine kind of uptrend, way that it's taking, it's unfortunate, but you can see that it's kind of losing its power. So look, what I mean is this: you got a very strong upwards, and then you got a little weaker trend that is not as strong as the first one. So this is definitely a sign of it weakening, and thus the testing right here that will be done by the traders is critical, because if it hits it twice, it basically means that it will probably slump. So they will try to hit it maybe a third time, and if it hits a third and a fourth time, then it might be a go for the next round, because these are levels right here of trading. So this is the way it works. And let me go see if you have any more questions. All right, perfect. So no more questions. Osgur, I'm from Canada, from Montreal. What about you? I'm guessing you're from, let me see here, Turkey? Probably Turkey. That name is very Turkish. All right, so FI, let us know what the hell does FI stand for, if other people are curious here. So let me go back to the analytics here and see the trending right now. So you see there's this huge mega pump, and guys, when you zoom out, you don't only have to spot the latest pipes, you got to see the whole trend in general. You see, it kind of traded here in an inverse logarithmic manner until it broke out. And there are reasons for which it broke out, but let me just get back to that in a second. But have a look at what the hell is happening right here. So we got this steady gradual pump and dump and pump and dump and pump and dump. And this is perfect for flipping, by the way. You can do a lot of flips right here. But you gotta be really quick, because you're up against tons of people that are doing the trades. As you can see, by the way, Polygon is one of the top traded today on Binance. It's actually the top traded altcoin. We got the Bitcoin, we got the ETH, we got the Binance coin, and of course we got the Matic. So extremely traded, high volumes, and you got tons of people staking all of their coins right here in their order books. So let's see here. Yes, correct, Turkish indeed. Canada, nice. I want to go there one time. Great nature. Yes, there's a lot of mountains in Canada, and you got beautiful women. All right. but I'm married, so I'm fine. I don't need them anymore. Hopefully she did not hear this comment because I'm gonna be thrown out the door really, really soon. So let's see here. So if you see it slump, do you trade out to USDT? Andy, that is one golden question. Absolutely. You have to do that because if you don't, yeah, you're stuck holding these bags. And basically, what I do instead of trading with the Bitcoin, I definitely trade with the USDT. And guys, one thing that is very, very important to catch is that USDT is currently being investigated. You can check out Google. You can type in USDT investigation. USDT won't hold it. USDT scam, scandal, whatever. The problem with the USDT is that they're basically doing fractional banking. You probably know what it is. And if you don't know what fractional banking is, basically it just means that the holder of the stablecoin, in this case the USDT, has to have at least 10 to 2% of the actual assets in their bank account. And it looks like they don't. USDT, which is also a startup, just like many other startups, like Binance is also a startup. Well, USDT itself is a company, and they don't. Well, seemingly, according to reports on Google, they do not have enough in their banks to cover for it. So right now, it's looking like a scam, and this is why Binance is covering their asses with the Binance USD coin. This is why you got the BUSD also in the fiat currencies right here. So you can see it, so you can see it right here in the markets, USDT, this is the Tether, that's the name of the company, USD Tether, and then you got the Binance USD. So in case in case the USD Tether is actual, in an investigation, if it's going through an investigation, well, at least Binance will have the Binance USD stablecoin in order to back up the tetherers, because there's tons of tetherers. People do not want to tether to the Bitcoin from their altcoins. Like they need something to tether to. So let me see here. So if you see it slump, do you trade? So I guess, Andy, that answered your question. Let me know. Basically, yes, I do. I always tether to the USDT. I never ever tether to the other stablecoins. Of course, you can do that, and then you can almost do some forex on Binance. But I don't think you're here for forex because it's not volatile enough. You can't get enough percentages in there. So, Ibu Joby, what is it saying? No way, bro. I used to live in Montreal for the past 5 years and recently moved to BC. Oh, okay. Well, then, high five, bro. All right, cool. So I'm following other traders, respected traders like you, and the opinions are very mixed. So tell me, okay, so you're saying here that some say that the BTC will pump because of very oversold condition. Other says BTC dump. Yeah, and this is what I say also. I do say that the BTC will probably dump. And if you check out my past videos, there has been maybe 3 or 4 videos where I mentioned it, that I definitely think that the BTC will probably hit the 25s and the 30s. Unfortunately, I'm very, very bearish about the Bitcoin because of all of the beating that it's taking by all of these different countries. Check out China, what they're doing to it. Also about to be banned and regulated in India. I've checked it out like yesterday. So definitely a dangerous moment right now for the Bitcoin. So never seen such a big of 2 groups traders saying one pump coming and one says dump. Very cautious with what will happen. Yeah, well, absolutely. Osgur, the thing is that there's way too many bad things going on with the Bitcoin right now, and a lot of people are just trying to manipulate the hell out of it. The news mostly, but it's kind of a fight, right? Because there's billionaire holders of the Bitcoin, and then there's the hedge fund holders, and they don't want to tank, right? So they're kind of backing the players that can talk for the Bitcoin, while you have all of these other parties, like, for example, those to who the Bitcoin is a bad thing, like, banks and maybe even governments. A lot of them are kind of against it because it gives freedom to the people, and governments don't necessarily want that. There are very restrictive governments in the world, and they do not want this type of financial freedom for their people. So it's definitely under control. And check it out. You currently see a mega slump right now. It's happening. This is what happens during a dump. It's currently testing its limits as the Polygon goes forward in the tradings. So definitely very interesting to have a look at. So you can see it tested here, 1, 2, 3, and then it dumped. And this is a macro view of something that happens a micro view of something that happens really often on the macro view. So when it tests its limit a few times, then it just tends to fall. Right now, although we can definitely see that it is unsure. Like the traders are trying to pump it up, but it's very difficult. So let's see, guys. If you do not have any questions anymore, I'm gonna stop the live session. And if you do have any more questions for me, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this session, please hit that subscribe button so you're part of the Crypto Intel family, so that you never ever miss out on any updates regarding crypto and their altcoins. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed it, let me know down below. If you subscribe, just write, "Hey guys, I subscribed." That way we can obviously tell you thank you for joining. All right, guys. See you all in the next episode. Cheers. Oh, it looks like there's a final question right here from Dave. All right, what's your personal view on the current pump? Anything that goes up will go down eventually. What could be some of the factors that would help you determine whether the crash is about to happen? And Dave, can you please be precise about which pump? Are you talking about the Matic pump, the Polygon pump, that is, or are you talking about the Bitcoin pricing right now? So let's say that I pretend that you're talking about the Polygon Matic pump. So the factors that would help me determine, well, it's definitely the volumes. So I'm looking to see, number one, the test. So there's the testing right here. You see there's a lot of testing going on for the resistance levels. So this is definitely a good sign for an upcoming uptrend. And you also have the volumes. So the less volume you have, the more volatility you have in pricing. This is the way it works. And basically because people, they don't exactly know what they want to do with their pricing. This is why sometimes in very volatile markets, you see these very small volumes. And actually, the Bitcoin is a really good example of that. Let's have a look so that I can show you exactly what I mean. Let me zoom out here on the weekly basis. So even on the monthly basis, you'll spot what I'm talking about. So look, you see this huge mega pump. This pump was generated with all of these volumes right here. So if you add up the volumes, this Sol green pump right here that you see, this candlestick would be approximately this long, okay? And look at the small volume that it took to take out almost half of its value. It's crazy, right? So the less volume you have, the more volatility you have. This is the crazy correlation in the Bitcoin world. Hopefully this answers your question, Dave. And other factors that you look for is definitely number one, the tests that are going on, and also the volumes. These two factors are very determinant of the upcoming trends. And by the way, guys, of course, there's the Twitter feeds. You got to check them out. You also have to look in Google, in the news. Just, sometimes news break out without Twitter. So this is very important to have a look at these different factors. So Dave, hopefully I answered your question. Oh, great, the divide is breaking out. So I think I did also a prediction on that. And also the LTO is breaking out, and I did a prediction on that. So guys, anyways, thank you so much for being part of Crypto Intel. I really enjoy having you all in there. And if you want to support me, hit my Patreon page. Do not be shy. I would definitely be super happy to have supporters like you guys. All right, guys. See you all in the next live session. Bye-bye.